My name is Andrew Hawk. I was with the United States Marine Corps from 2009 through 2013. I was an infantry rifleman during that time. I first deployed to Afghanistan in the Marja district, and my next deployment was to Southeast Asia in support of operations there with our fellow NATO allies. I would say the impact the military has had on my life and profession after I got out has been profound, especially with the skills and abilities it instilled in me when I was in, such as being able to work effectively in a team, building a strong work ethic that carries over to my profession I have today, where it's physically demanding, mentally demanding. When I first got out, I struggled really badly with trying to find my place, because coming from the military, you have this want and need to be needed, to feel like you're doing something, you're being part of something bigger, you're helping people. And when I got out and started going through college, and what I found is I was doing those professions for a wrong reason. It was still to feel like I was needed, when I just needed to adjust my mindset of, you're no longer that young man anymore. You're no longer that warrior. You're no longer fighting to protect the brothers to your left and right in a combat zone Marja. You're here in a safe place at home where people such as my wife and children rely on me. And you need to become the protector and provider for them, not for a whole nation like you were before. I think being in the military gave me that emotional resilience and physical resilience to recognize that you can still serve, you can still help people. You just need to do it in ways that suit you and the profession you're in. Don't chase it, more so find it organically. I was lucky. Both my parents had been in the military. When I left the Marine Corps in 2013, I moved back home. Some people may think that's juvenile, that's a step backwards, coming from being this highly trained warfighter to coming back and living with your parents. But it helped me immensely, because they knew I needed someone there who would listen to my problems, who would help me through these struggles, and they were prepared to do that. They were equipped to do that. I had a lot of friends in the military who got out and were estranged from their families, and the only friends they might have had that were positive influences in their lives were those that they made in the Marine Corps. Some of them came from backgrounds where they had been in gangs, where they had been in foster care, where they had been in just bad family situations and did not have a strong support base to go back to. And so some ended up homeless, some ended up with drug addiction, alcoholism, addictions that some of my friends ended up taking their lives because they didn't have support when they came back. And I think that longing to be back with men and women who you're surrounded with, who understand you, who ultimately become your family, when that's gone overnight, at first you get out of the military thinking it's great, I'm free, I can go do what I want, I can pursue a new life, a new career, I can be kind of free from this kind of these rigid lifestyle. But then I think I and others quickly realize, yes, that's a positive, you can be your own person, you can have this freedom, but at the same time missing the very people that made serving worthwhile. It's important for every veteran who's getting out to find some kind of support base, find other veteran groups that you can talk to that are open to helping you transition back into life that you have not known for 4, 8, 12, maybe 20 years. Because none of the people you came back to understand you. They wonder why you get angry so easily, or why you're isolating yourself, why you're not communicating your feelings. That's hard for people to understand who haven't been through what you've been through. It's hard to open up, but when you have a good support base that understands your background, such as our veterans, it's a lot easier to open up. Just treat us like any other person, like a friend. Try and reach out to us. A lot of places I worked at and the people I've worked with, I feel like there's an expectation that precedes you a lot of coworkers found out you were in the military, of like, especially if you're in combat arms in some way, of, oh, this person is like intimidating. It's like they will see you as like this intimidating figure that shows up, and maybe you're gonna be super serious, and you're gonna be gruff, and you're gonna be no nonsense. And it's, most of the time it's not like that at all. We just want someone to talk to us and ask us about our hobbies, ask us about our family, ask us about the military. I know it's a lot to put on people. A lot of people are just like, whoa, that's a lot to put on my plate when you're telling me about near-death experience, and we just started working together a month ago. And now you're talking about your time in the military and nearly being shot, or nearly being blown up, or being blown up and shot, or having your vehicle roll over into a canal and almost drowning. It's like, oh, this is deep. And it is, and it can be a lot to take on. But sometimes that's all we need to listen to, because sometimes we're trying to work through those traumatic experiences where you're having to accept your mortality in the manner of not minutes or hours or days, you're accepting it within this matter of a second that your life could end. I mean, and not say we're gonna show up to our jobs and say trauma dump on people. Treat us as people, not as the veteran. The veteran is a label we have, it's a title, but it's not our sole purpose. It's not anymore. It's not who we are. It's not our sole defining feature. I'm Andrew Hawk. I am a husband. I am a father. I am an uncle. I'm a son. I'm a electrical apprentice. I am a man who likes reading. I like hunting. I like kayaking. I have all these other things. I'm more than just being a veteran.